Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eve again here playing Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains, and in today's video I wanted to talk about some things that a lot of new player in the Tokyo Ghoul really mess up, or at least they don't understand exactly how it works. And especially for free-to-play players, this could be some very important info that you will need to always think about in future. So first of all, as you know, we did get some changes compared to especially in the TGA as well, compared to the version that we had in the Break the Chains, because they started adding the adjustments. So if you don't know, there is a video on the channel. There was an update for the balance and just an adjustments in general for like some of the characters. Some characters got buffed, some got nerfed, some got some of their passives redone and stuff like that. So that does change the game a lot. And because of that, I need for a lot of free-to-play players again in out there will always have the question if should I spend on the banners or not. So in today's video I'm gonna again talk about those banners, which type of banners you should go always for, you should always spend on them at least for like 0 stars or something, what type of banners you should always skip. So first of all, let's start, I think, with the Carnival. So Carnival, I do recommend always getting a 0 star. So a lot of people ask me all the time is, should I go for this character on Carnival? Should I go for this character on Carnival? Should I go for that character on Carnival? And yes, you should get at least 0 stars on every Carnival unit. It doesn't matter if the character falls off in later on in the game, it falls off in a mid game, it doesn't matter. Now, as we've seen the adjustments happen to the characters, it means basically that some of the characters might get better in future. So again, for now we only saw this once, but I assume if the game keeps going on to in terms of live service, it's not gonna die. So then we could see this happening more often, and that means we do need to invest in those characters because they could get some adjustments and they could actually become very usable. So it doesn't matter who you have on the Carnival banner. It doesn't mean it doesn't matter if you're just on Arima, if it's just Senti or Psy Ayato, Psy Amon, doesn't matter. Even if you're not for example an Aogiri player, you're still going for the Aogiri units. If you're not a CCG player, you're still going for the CCG unit on Carnival. You should go always to at least 0 stars on all of the characters. If you can, if you do save a pretty decent amount of diamonds, you can do a 1 rotation as well on each Carnival character for sure. That's not the worst thing, because again, the game does provide you with enough resources to make at least 1 full rotation on every Carnival. Again, I am saying this from the perspective of free-to-play. I do not spend on this game, and because of that, I do know that you do always have enough to make a full rotation. And as well as obviously I did already do a full rotation on the Arm, and as you can see, I still have a good amount of save for the next Carnival. So the Carnival, it is pretty easy to do a full rotation. So you should try get every character to 0 stars, and then if you can, for the sake of, again, for the refinements, for the sake of star ups, you should try to do at least 1 rotation on each character. So with that done, I think with Carnival is the most one that you always should be summoning. In terms of the just standard banner, so I'm not talking about the regular summons, I'm talking about the characters that are here. So it's I think it's called limited as well as an exclusive banners, but I'm gonna call it standard banner because again, this doesn't even count, this doesn't exist in the game, it's pretty useless except for materials for your exchange. But on this banner there is 2 types of different banners that you can see. So there's two different type of banners. One type of banner is called limited recruitments. This is when the character is 200 guaranteed. As you can see here, you get the Juzo, for example. This is the Juzo banner. You get this Juzo guaranteed on 200. That's why we call it a 200 guaranteed banner. The next type is going to be a 300 guaranteed. So whenever you have a 300 there and the character is available only on 300 as a guaranteed reward, this is when I think it's called exclusive recruitments, but we call it a 300 guaranteed banner as well. So on those ones, you always want to go for the 300 guaranteed character. Again, 300 guaranteed characters are always limited. So if you go into the probability here on the right corner right here into probability info, you can see all of the characters that are available in probability. And all of these characters are not 300. So all of these characters used to be, when they came out into the game, they were 200 guaranteed. And because of that, they always get into the probabilities of next banner, as well as they do come out on the exchange as well. So if you go to the exchange here into crystals, you can see everything up to red Toka has been added to the exchange there. So all of those are also 200 guaranteed. So because of that, a lot of people do make a mistake when they summon on someone like Owl Banner when they came out, Ito Banner, Tatra Banner. Do not summon. Do not brick your account by summoning on these. This is the most, as a free-to-play, this is the worst thing you can do, is by summoning on these type of characters, because you can easily get them not only from next banners, like literally after you finish those, when you get to like any exclusive one with a 300 guaranteed character, you can get them from probability, but you can also later on get them easily, like very easy to D, just by getting them from here, from the exchange. Again, all of the characters up to red Toka will be here. So after Red Toka, for example, unfortunately we didn't get the update for the exchange yet, but all of the characters up to Red Toka, again, gonna be there. So you don't need to spend, and do not spend at all, on those 200 guaranteed characters that are already in the exchange. So never do that. Even if Tatra seems very strong, I know Tatra is still meta, he got buffed, he's really good, but do not spend your diamonds. This is a waste of your diamonds. Save up, then the next banner, when you come to the 300 guaranteed, you spend on it. For example, if you like the character, or if you need the character, you get them, and you can also then exchange and get a few copies of that Tatra that you just spend, like someone spent, for example, went for one rotation, let's say, on Tatra, and you just didn't do any rotations, and you already have a Tatra on like 3 stars, for example. That's much better, because you're saving a lot of stuff for the future, as well as for the carnivals. Again, carnivals do matter more in terms of investment, because that's where you can get the startups and refinements, compared to this, where you just get the character for itself. So now we know with the standard banners, everything, again, until red Toka, do not spend. So all of the 200 guaranteed characters that are until red Toka, so right here, before the Shinohara, you do not spend. Now, with these 4 characters that are currently newer ones that we don't have in the exchange yet, I also wouldn't recommend spending too much on them. Why? It's because we presumably will in future get an update of an exchange, and we will get these at this point probably 5, because user is also 200. So I assume we should be getting an exchange update at some point. This could be like far away from now, it could be like in another 6 months or something, but somewhat in future we should get the update for an exchange, presumably. Again, this is a theory, we have no idea is it gonna be like that or not, because again we only got the exchange update once in the past when they added everyone up to Red Toka, and then they stopped there. So we don't know if this is gonna be like that or not, so we'll need to wait and see how it's gonna go. But I do not recommend, again, there is a big chance that they are gonna do an update for Exchange at some point, and those characters will be in there as well. So again, because of that, I do not recommend going too much on those characters that are like this. In terms of 300 banners, again, you should get at least 0 stars on every 300 guaranteed character, because at least on, for example, for 200 guaranteed, you can easier get them from the probability. Like even from the probability, there's a good chance that you're gonna get most of these characters for at least 1 copy after some time. But for 300 guaranteed, as you can see, none of them exist in these banner, and because of that, there's not gonna be any way for you to get them later on. So because of that, I do recommend you getting them. There's also a legacy banner that has some of the 300 guaranteed characters, or most of them at least. Not every event banner, unfortunately, but it does have most of them. So, but the legacy banner only comes out like once in a half a year, so something around like around 5 to 6 months, maybe a little bit less, depending on how the Tokyo Ghoul will be outputting it. But it usually comes around that time, so there is a big gap between them. And because of that, if you don't get that character and then he becomes, for example, OP, or he's a meta now after some time, or he got an adjustment and now he's a meta, you will be missing him and you will not be able to build the team that you need for that specific archetype. Other than that, hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also tell me in the comments how are you doing currently. Have you made maybe a mistakes there on summoning, or did you not summon? You're saving for whatever team you like. Tell me what team are you looking forward to building. And also don't forget, I stream every day. I'm finally back, so we're gonna be back with streaming. We're gonna do the Juzo summons today as well on the stream, so hopefully you will tune in. Also join in the Discord. I always post notifications beforehand for the videos and the streams as well, so that you don't miss anything there. And hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.